All right, what's up, my brothers? We got a request today from a mid-30s Chad with ED issues, unlike my friend over here over my shoulder, Nikos. Let's go right into this one. I think this will be useful for some guys out there because I've seen this a couple times now. It says, first off, I'm at a good weight, non-smoker, non-drinker, no drugs, eat mostly vegetarian through meat on occasion, had a full health checkup. I'm a healthy guy. Jumping straight into this, I've got a few questions I'm dealing with currently, like the perspective on. 35, ex-military. I've got a healthy, beautiful 2-year-old daughter. Her mom can be difficult as we're not together, but she's tolerable. And I have my daughter at least every 2 weeks. I ended the relationship, no desire to go back. I've done well for myself financially. My net worth is around 1.8 million US dollars. Investments in stocks, crypto, precious metals, and some real estate. Love it. Guy is well diversified at 35. That's exactly where you should be. My work would be considered a professional investor. I spend at least 8 to 10 hours a day, often 12 to 14, studying multiple markets and investing accordingly. Now, he's got PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, from his time in the Army. It's chronic. I isolate myself heavily from people. It's very hard, almost impossible to trust anyone. Since my time out of the Army, I served a year in prison for selling drugs, an assault, and some domestic violence. This was about 5 years ago now. I used to have a bad temper, but I've since gotten that under control. That is partly why I don't associate with people. I've got a bad reputation in a small little town area, it looks like. Let's scroll this down here. In the last 2 years, I've been getting ED, so erectile dysfunction. I've had all the physical tests, and my psych says it's linked to my PTSD. My nervous system can't relax for it to happen, and my neurotransmitters are shot, whether I'm alone or with somebody, it's the same. I really don't have any friends anymore since getting out of prison. My old Army buds would trigger me, and would be fair, we triggered each other. I was also living somewhat of a gangster life before prison, so those friends I don't see anymore either. All right, so this guy's really cleaned up his act. He's made something out of himself. He's making bank. He looks good. He says over here, I see people at the gym an hour a day, and I'll do yoga class about an hour 3 times a week. On top of this, other than that, I work solely from home, and besides family and my daughter. I also have some depersonalization issues where it's as though I have no emotions. I haven't cried in over a decade, haven't really felt sad or happy in many years, which can be confusing at times for others as I don't express my feelings. I used to joke a lot and be quite funny. However, now I withdraw in conversations and I look for an exit quickly. I'm not shy or nervous around people. I just want to be away from them. That's introversion, my friend. That's kind of how I feel sometimes. How would you not isolate and deal with the ED issue? Cheers, Rich, and good show. All right. So the question is how to not self-isolate and deal with the ED issue. So I've got your Instagram, which you linked. Thank you. A lot of people don't when they send me their requests. I have no idea what I'm looking at. So make sure when you guys send these, I have at least got a Facebook or an Instagram to look at. So I'm going to describe this guy. He's a handsome Chad, muscular, very low body fat, tatted up. He looks good. I mean, this guy should have no problem getting attractive women. One of the things that I've noticed here in the feed is, there's no other nice way to say this, but baby mama is not that hot. And I remember, I think it was Tom Likas at one point said something like, the best way to cure an ED issue is to only get with hot women. I think all of us at some point might have gotten tangled up with someone that we may not have been, strongly attracted to just for whatever reason. If there's a low level of attraction, you're probably going to run into some ED issues at some point. Aside from that, being honest with you, bro, you've got all the boxes ticked off. Like you probably have the 6 all dialed in. You've got the fitness done. You got the money done. You've got all the social proof that you need. The problem that you have is tied up in your head. And the best way for you to resolve that isn't going to be with this request, but the good thing that's going to come out of this request, I can tell you right now, I'm going to give you 2 links to 2 guys that I've coached over the last year. You can decide who you want to use. So I'm just going to drag this over and put it up on the screen here. Ryan Christensen, and his website is hypnosisformen.net. I'll also post these in the link below so you can check him out. The other guy that I would recommend you check out is my boy Paul from Apex Mindset. You can find his YouTube channel here, and what I'll do is I'll grab his links. I think he has a Facebook. Here you go. So there's a email address and a Facebook link, which I'll also drop in the video for you. But either one of these guys would be great for you to book a hypnosis session with, to kind of like un-F yourself with what's holding you back. I'd probably recommend out of the two, both of them are very good. Ryan's gotten amazing reviews from a lot of people that have talked to him, but I know Paul's been in the military. He might be a better fit, and he also does hypnosis as well. So that'd be my recommendation. I'm glad you're doing the work, man. I mean, some guys kind of like sit with this and they just fall into like this path of depression and misery. And it's normal to want to be healthy. It's normal to want to have strong interactions with women. And not having ED is like something you have to deal with, obviously. So yeah, you can work through all of that. There's a really good guide that Sterling Cooper put out, which I'll also link in the description as well. I think it's available on Gumroad. It's not specifically dealing with ED, but it deals more because he's an adult. Let's call him a adult film entertainer. But in his guide, he talks about a lot of things that he's learned in the adult entertainment industry with performance issues, performance anxiety, ways to grow, enhance your Johnson, girth, length, all that sort of stuff. There's all kinds of ways to do that. So I'll also drop that in the top pinned comment for you in this video. I hope that helps. Keep doing what you're doing. You got everything else covered. But honestly, dude, what you need to do is book some one-on-one time with somebody that can un-F your mind and remove the belief that you have in your head that's holding you back, because I can't see any reason for it being physical. You're pretty much ripped as hell. I can't see, the need to lose any other body fat, or I can't see you having any issues with your health or your endocrine system, because you got tons of muscle on you. So it's none of those things. It's going to be in your head. And it sounds like the diagnosis that you have around the PTSD is a good starting point. Now it's just you need to find the right person to help you on F that. I've given you 2 resources. Check them both out. And if you want to get into Sterling Cooper's Gumroad product, you can grab that link below. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.